Hi, students. During this week, we'll work with another important routine in the cares. It is a feeding routine. And you can observe in this slide the meals are an important element of the early childhood program, because they fulfill a vital physiological need as well as social and emotional needs. Care and thought must be given to feeding routine and menu planning, whether children will be eating a single daily snack in a per-day program or breakfast, lunch, and two snacks in a childcare program. Young children take in relatively few calories, yet they need a wide range of nutrients. Thus, food that maximize nutritional value should be selected. Meeting children's nutritional needs is particularly important because many of today's families do not so as reliably as did the families of past generations. Well, infants to 4 to 6 months of age can obtain all of the nutrient needs from milk. Mother's milk is ideally sweet to provide for all the nutritional need of the baby, as well as to provide immune protection against some infections. Mothers who wish to breastfeed um, should be encouraged and accommodated by the program. Some mothers who cannot come to the school to feed their babies may express the breast milk and make a day supply available in bottles. Other infants are fed formula milk, one of many commercially available products that are fortified with nutrients in amounts similar to those found in human milk. When babies are fed by bottle, they should be held by a caregiver who provide full and nurturing attention. This is also reinforced by developmental appropriate practice in early childhood programs serving children for birth through age 8, which foreknow that infants should always be held their bodies at an angle when being fed from a bottle. Feeding is one of the most important times for babies to establish a sense of trust and attachment. Meal times for babies should be unhurried and pleasant, providing opportunity for social interaction and closeness with a caregiver. Babies must be allowed to set their own schedule for feeding. How much food they require vary according to the child, whether they receive The required amount depends on the sensitivity of adult to the child cues about hunger. A meal provides enough nutrients for an infant up to about 4 to 6 months of life, and other food should not be introduced until that time. Babies' digestive system are not able to properly break down many of the components of solid food until they are at least 4 months old. Giving such food to very young babies can make them susceptible to food allergies. Also, between 4 and 8 months, the first solid food should be iron fortified rice cereal. This can be followed by some fruits, additional cereals, vegetables, and dilute some non-citrus juice for the infant between the age of 6 and 8 months. From 7 to 10 months, strained or mashed fruit and vegetables, egg yolk, finely chopped meat or poultry can be added. Soft combination foods such as casserole, yogurt, cheese, and beans can be added from 9 to 12 months. Some guidelines from the Food and Nutrition Information are in the Food Guide of Canada that is at the end of this presentation. And we'll find in this that provide small a serving of 1 or 2 teaspoons at first and gradually increase to 3 to 4 teaspoons. Solid food should not replace milk. New food should be introduced one at a time, given for 2 to 3 days. Provide the solid food first, then follow with a bottle. Solid should not be added to the bottle. We need to be careful with this type, especially if we are incorporating some soup and you want to introduce some vegetable inside. It is not possible. Solids should not be added to the bottle. In this slide, we find valuable information about the nutritional needs of young children and how much older children of the same age and sex will eat varies widely, with boys generally taking in somewhat more than girls. Even with this variation, the relative percentage of protein, fat, and carbohydrate consumed remains similar. The recommendation is that half of the plate of a meal should include fruit and vegetables, complemented with whole grains, low-fat protein, and fat-free or low-fat milk. Minimum daily nutritional requirements have been established for the nutrients that children of different age need for growth, health, and well-being. Nutrients include proteins, fat, specific vitamins, and specific minerals. Using this information, you can provide carefully throughout meals that meet all of these nutritional needs. In planning meals for young children, it's important to include a variety of healthy food. Take advantage of seasonal fruit and vegetables and keep food tasty but simple. You can observe in this table how you can find the different essential nutrients in the food and what are more commercial or more beneficial for children. Furthermore, as important or the feed a child in the environment should contribute with socialization is a great opportunities for socialize and emotionally be satisfying with the environment. Make meal times pleasant, show your enthusiasm for healthy food. Children will feel more comfortable if you sit with them and share the same meal. Spend time in positive conversation and make meal times relaxed. Help children learn self-help skills. Starting in the early years, children can help set the table, serve themselves, spread ham or butter or bread, stir butter, or even milk or water from a small pitcher. Remember that eating is a social time. Children should be seated around a table so they can talk with and observe one another. Important social learning happens during mealtime as children learn new vocabulary and practice skills such as taking turns and sharing. Child care providers should sit with children during meals and encourage conversation. Plan fun food activities to encourage children to try new food. Read a book about new food and then serve the new food as a snack when children are hungry. Let children help prepare food. Getting children involved in food preparation will boost self-confidence and may encourage them to try the food they helped create. We have some other idea. Has provide child-size utensils for eating. Provide size utensils for eating. Small spoons are essential. A plate with it or small shallow bowl help young children to scoop up the food more easily. Serve finger food frequently. Food such as small meat or cheese cubes, vegetables, sticks, and fruit chunks teach coordination to children. Finger food are a good way to introduce new food. Learning eating skill can be messy. Encourage children to help you clean up spills. Place a drop cloth or old shower curtain on the floor to make cleanup easier. Have paper towels and a sponge handy A spill is not a catastrophe, but rather an opportunity to help children learn. This means that the adult role is really important. The ECE providers have the opportunity to play a vital role in shaping the food preferences of young children in their care. Understanding how flavor and food preference are established early in life is crucial, as early childhood dietary patterns track into later childhood and adolescence. It is vital to expose infants to different textures in order to properly transition to table food. For example, moving from puree to mash to lumpy and to chop soft, solid food during the first 2 years of life. By age 2, it is expected that children will have fully transitioned to table food. For this reason, it is crucial for meals in the early childhood environment setting to include a plentiful supply of fruits and vegetables. Furthermore, ECE providers can facilitate repeated exposure of healthy food, including fruit, vegetables, and whole grains, until infants and toddlers learn to like and accept them. As a result, evidence also show that young children are more likely to try new and different food when they observe their caregiver eating them enthusiastically, as opposed to when the food is offered to them without having a role model present. Thus, ECE providers are critically important in modeling healthy eating behavior by sitting at the table with and eating the same food as a child. How caregivers respond to influence the infant's ability, such as sleeping, walking patterns, and the soothing techniques used to calm distressed infant can also influence the infant's ability to learn to properly self-regulate food intake. On the other hand, we find children who are picky eaters. Innate as well as learned preference seem to play a role in developing food habits. In some cases, children are picky eaters because they have learned that such behavior gets them attention. By not focusing on children eating behavior in your conversation, you take away that attention while directing it to something more pleasant. You are, in a sense, giving children responsibility for their eating behavior. As you converse with the children, you might talk about how crunchy the orange carrot stick are, but no focus on the child who refuses to eat those carrots. Peers can also influence children's food choices as can repeat exposure to a new food. Overweight children pose a special concern because of long-range social and health problems associated with obesity. It is very likely that obese children will become obese adults, so early intervention is crucial. A variety of reasons has been suggested as the cause for obesity, but regardless of the underlying cause, obesity results when more calories are taken in than are expended. As a result, weight children need to reduce their food intake while increasing their activity level. All children, not just obese ones, will benefit from a healthy, low sugar, low salt menu. You can monitor the food intake of overweight children and help them serve themselves reasonably sized portion. Focus on children's internal cues of hunger and fullness rather than on finishing what is on the plate. For instance, say, "Are you full?" rather than "Are you done?" Also, encourage children to eat slowly, perhaps putting the forks down between bites. Encouragement to increase activity levels is also important for overweight children. Also, the respect by cultural background is another topic we need to learn because we live in a country with a variety of cultures. The many factors shape caregivers' belief and practice about feeding, and it is important to remember that caregivers of different cultures follow different food-related beliefs. The first step in using culturally responsive feeding practice is to recognize one's own cultural belief regarding feeding. Parents typically try to raise their children according to the values, beliefs, and customs accepted by their ethnic practice and groups. In some cultures, being overweight or obese may be considered a sign of good health and representing wealth. Parents and other adult caregivers in the family may restrict certain food due to religious affiliations. Those who follow Islam, for example, do not eat pork and may only eat meats that are halal foods allowed under Islamic dietary laws. So, a believer of Hinduism not consume beef. They may restrict their children's eating of these food items, similar to Jews who may only eat kosher food. Then you should, as the primary decision maker, caregivers should be conscious of the food environment, specifically the food they make available to children. Buy more vegetables and fruit and avoid stocking up on high sugar, high fat food. Identify and suggest ethnic stores in the community where healthy ethnic food options are available. Caregivers need to work together in preserving and promoting the home culture by identifying healthy options within the parent or the family's home culture. Build on family feeding goals by enhancing the knowledge of the dietary guidelines and portion sizes. Also, make culturally relevant suggestions and provide recipes for balancing convenience, nutrition, and variety. This can be achieved by providing nutrition education materials. Caregivers are encouraged to not only ensure that their children are healthy, but also to be mindful of their own health. They should adapt healthy food related practice and engage in physical activities. Children mimic adults, so when they see adult caregivers trying a variety of food, they will be done likely to try them as well. Now, I invite you to check all the links I post associated with a nutritionally balanced daily menu in Canada. Here we find the Canada Food Guide with a variety of a different type of meals, and what we need emphasize in the meal we consume each day as an adult and with our kids and at school.